Hi everyone, my name's Amanda. I'm a cruise ship employment specialist. I worked on cruise ships for 10 years and then went into cruise ship employment and recruitment services for another 5 years. And last year I started my own company called getalifeatsea.com where I help adventurers get paid to travel the world. And today's episode, we're going to be talking about 3 must-have electrical items for working on a cruise ship. So let's get started. So number 1 is something like this. This is a universal adapter. It's probably one of the coolest things that I own. I bought it over 15 years ago, and it literally takes almost every plug you can imagine. So it's like North, South America, Australia, New Zealand, Europe, and the UK. It can take all of those plugs, and I actually can make all of those plugs just by fiddling with this stuff in the back to actually make all the different plugs. So I love this because it's so compact and it is super useful because when you're on a cruise ship, some cruise ships will have American plugs on board and others will have Europeans, so you just don't want to be caught out. So it's always a great idea to have one of these for your computer, for your phone, whatever. So that is number 1. So the next thing I'm going to recommend is one of these. So a lot of you guys are going to be bringing your laptops on board. I do recommend it because it's a great way to stay in contact with home and watch, your own movies in your own cabin. A lot of cruise lines will provide crew TV, but those movies, you'll literally see the same movie for like 3 months on those channels. So it is nice to have your own computer so you can have your own movies. And that brings me to this, which is an external hard drive or something like this. It's always a great idea to bring an external hard drive with you for your contract. If you can fill it with movies before you go, I highly recommend it. Do make sure that you do get your movies from legal sources, though. I'll give you another side tip. This didn't happen to me, but it has happened to other people where they've downloaded illegal movies and had it on an external drive or on their hard drive on their computer, and they have been caught at customs in various countries, and they've either had their computer taken away, and in one instance actually somebody was deported. So do make sure that any electrical material that you're bringing on your laptop or on your hard drive is from legal sources, because customs in whatever country does have the right to check these things. And based on where you are, there may also be certain restrictions with the types of movies that you're allowed to bring in. For example, Singapore has very, very strict regulations when it comes to anything R-rated coming into their country. So yes, they have the ability to check your laptop and your hard drives in various countries. So you just want to make sure you're getting your stuff from legal sources, and you're making sure you check all your laptop and your hard drive too. But it is awesome to bring one of these on board because you can share movies with friends and you have your own little movie collection for when you're off duty, which is nice because, as I said, the crew TV is good, but watching the same movie for 3 months in a row can get a little dull. And then the third thing I recommend is actually one of these, which is a headlamp. And I know it sounds kind of weird, but a headlamp can be very, very useful for many, many things. So most crew cabins, especially when you start out, you're not going to have a window in your cabin unless you're at a managerial or supervisory level. So your cabin will literally be 4 walls. And with a door. It's not going to have a window. So you're going to be sharing your cabin with a roommate. They may or may not have the same schedule as you. So having a little headlamp to help you kind of find, because it's literally pitch black when the room is dark, to help find your way around, this is really, really great so that you're not flipping on all the lights and potentially really peeving off your roommate. Also, this is good for emergency situations as well. So if the ship loses power, then you have your little lamp. Yes, there's emergency lighting in the corridors, but it's always good to have an extra source of light. Sometimes it does happen. There are blackouts. It happens rarely, but you don't want to get caught out. So that's why I recommend that. So guys, if you have any questions, do feel free to email me direct. There's a contact link on my website at www.getalifeatsea.com. I would love to hear from you. Also, be sure to take my free quiz at getalifeatsea.com/cruise ship quiz, and check out all my other social media platforms. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+. I'm everywhere just under Get a Life at Sea.